Who is an artist teammate? Amelia Kerr.
Yeah.
Amelia Kerr.
Who is the loudest teammate?
Guys.
It's
Amelia Kerr.
Fran.
Nearly.
Say-
About Amelia in the gym. Ah!
Yeah, Mealy.
So you say Mera Pehla.
Mera Pehla. Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Amelia Kerr and I'm part of the Mumbai Indians and this is my Mera Pehla. My first autograph probably was at the Nets in Wellington and I would have gone up to Sophie Devine and asked for a signature. The first time I took an autograph was when I was 14 and after a Black Caps game and a guy came up to me and wanted me to sign his forehead. The first live cricket match, there would have been a lot at the Basin Reserve in Wellington, but one significant one for me was at the stadium in Wellington watching the White Ferns play England, and I was about the only one in the stadium then, so to see how far the women's game's come since that day is incredible. Unfortunately, the White Ferns lost. Anya Shrubsole picked up about 4 or 5 wickets and it wasn't a good day, but it definitely inspired me to be a White Fern. For me, again, it was probably Sophie Devine. I grew up in Tawa, which is where she grew up, and she kind of had the same pathway in playing boys cricket for school, played for Wellington and New Zealand at a young age, so I always looked up to her. A sporting hero for me is probably the surfer Bethany Hamilton. I think her story shows a lot of resilience and character, so I always admired her. I surfed once for about 2 weeks when I was in Australia and when I was about 12 years old, and I loved it. But since then, there's not much good surf in Wellington. My first big cricketing moment on field, I think, for me, it's every time I get to play for New Zealand is special. But I remember one game at Adelaide Oval, a T20 where we played Australia, and I got flown over for that game, and we won. We bowled Australia out for about 66, which was a very special day, and we won the T20 series, and I think that rivalry between New Zealand and Australia, and to win and to come over as a 16-year-old, it was a very special day. My first cricket coach is Ivan Tissera. My dad definitely also has played a huge part and threw me a lot of balls at a young age, but when I was about 10 or 11, my dad got me to see the spin master in Wellington, Ivan Tissera, and I've been working with him since then to this day. And yeah, he's a great man and he's helped me learn so much about my craft and where I am today. What I can remember is when I was very young again, the Wellington Blaze were playing in Palmerston North, and Dad took me up for the weekend and I got to sit with the team. Again, there was Sophie Devine, Sarah Taylor was playing there, and Lucy Doolan. There was a lot of White Ferns, and I watched that. But for me, the most memorable meeting was with Alex Evans, who played for the Wellington Blaze, and she always took time to look after me, and then when I made the team, she was kind of a mentor for me that always took time to look after me. Again, it was a Sophie Devine one. My dad coached Wellington when Sophie first made the team, and then when she made the White Ferns. I think I was luckily at the stadium when she was training at the same time, and she gave me one of her White Ferns tops with Devine on the back, and I probably wore that around pretending I was a White Fern when I was about 11 years old. And the first cricket ground I played at is the home of cricket, Linden Park in Tawa. It's 5 minutes from my house. It's got artificials in the middle, train tracks on the side. I grew up playing cricket with probably my cousins, and I always played boys cricket, so I played with my cousins Micah and Josh, one of my best friends Kate, who was the only other girl in the team. And we kind of went through our junior cricket together. Yeah, throughout that we had a team and I played with them for years for Tawa. There's a lot of players that I can remember, Dylan, Josh, Keller, Fraser, and I'm still good mates with them all now. I guess, yeah, at a young age I was fortunate enough to get contracted with New Zealand, which allowed me to have a little bit of money for, I guess, some financial stability, and because I was so young I gave it all to my dad to look after. Something I bought for myself for the first time was, no, that's a good question. I probably got myself, I learnt how to drive when I turned 16, so I needed a car. Got myself a car, a very cheap one, and to this day I'm still driving the same car, and it's not very good. First cricket commentator, I'd say who I remember or who I like listening to the most is Katie Martin. All done. Thank you very much. The signature hasn't changed.